Now, one of the things we do with our A.Math program is we show students how to solve questions more quickly, correctly, using strategies and skills that are sometimes not taught in schools. And today I'm going to show you how to sketch a trigo curve using what we call the P.A.M.M.C method. And I'm going to show you how this can be done, how you can sketch a trigo curve in under 1 minute. Let's find out. So one of the things we get our students to do when they come across an A.Math trigo curve sketching question is to write out the general equation first. For a sine function, that's y equals to a sine bx plus c. Alright, next we'll get them to list out the values of a, b and c, and by comparison you will be able to see that a is 4, alright, b is 3 and c is -1. Now once done, we will get them to write out the alphabets P.A.M.M.C, alright, P.A.M.M.C, and this stands for period, amplitude, maximum, minimum, and number of cycles. Okay. Now to find the period, you got to be careful. You got to check if the question is in degree mode or in radian mode. All right, and we find this out by looking at the range. All right, so if the range is between 0 and 2 pi, then the question is in radian mode, and therefore the formula to find period is 2 pi, right, over b. Now another one to take note is this 2 pi here will not change with the range. So the range could be 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 4 pi, 0 to 6 pi, it doesn't matter. The formula to find period remains the same, it's 2 pi over b. And for this question, that's 2 pi over 3. Now the amplitude is simply a, right? That's the coefficient of the trigo function, and this is 4. Now to find the maximum point, we take c plus modulus a. Now the reason why we put the modulus sign is because sometimes we get negative curves, negative cosine or negative sine. Alright, and to find the maximum point, you need to modulus because we just want a number. So for this particular question, c plus modulus of 4, which is 4, you get 3. To find the minimum, we take c minus away modulus a, alright, so -1 minus away modulus 4, which works out to be -5. Alright, okay. And finally, the cycles will tell you how many times you want to sketch the curve. Do you sketch it once, 1.5 times, 3 times, alright? So to find the cycle, we take the range, alright, this is the range, and we divide that by the period, alright, which is what we found earlier on. So 2 pi over 3 gets us to 3. And so we're expected to sketch the sine curve 3 times. Now once we have all that, we can move on to curve sketching. Now curve sketching is actually a 5-step method, alright? It sounds like a lot of work, but it's actually really quick. So step 1, you want to sketch in the y-axis, alright? So you just draw a vertical line, and that is step 1. Okay, let's label that y, and step 1. Okay. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to sketch in the line y equals to c. So what you usually do in school is they get you to sketch the y and x-axis, but I feel this kind of restricts the question. It makes it a bit difficult to sketch. So for us, what we do with step 2 is we sketch a line y equals to c. So c is -1, and we're just going to draw a dotted line in the middle, alright? And we're going to label this as y equals to -1. Okay, so this is step 2. Step 3, we're going to draw the shape and cycles. So sine, alright, sine, we're going to draw the sine curve, and we're going to draw 3 cycles. So we're going to draw 3 sine curves. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So we're going to draw 3 sine curves, alright? So step 3 is we're going to draw shape and cycles. Now step 4, we're going to fill in the maximum and minimum points. Alright, so we know that the maximum is 3, the minimum is -5. So we're just going to label that on the y-axis, 3 and -5. Okay, and we're almost done. We're left with the last step. So 1 minute, fill in your minimum and your maximum. And step 5, what we will then do is we will draw in the x-axis. Now, the x-axis is up somewhere between 3 and -1. Why? Because the equation of the x-axis is y equals to 0. So it's just above y equals to -1. So I will take a ruler and I will draw a straight line just above y equals to -1. Alright, and that will be my x-axis. Okay, I will also draw a dotted line there to show the examiner that that is 2 pi. Okay, and there you have it, how to sketch a sine curve. So I hope this short video has given you a much clearer idea on how to sketch sine curves using the P.A.M.M.C method and the 5 steps. I'll see you next time.